to a new episode of Tom's Geeky Garage. Today we are going to do another Kenner accessory project. We are going to be making a Kenner slime blower. So, in the past, we've made deluxe versions of the proton pack for your Kenner figures. We've done the PKE meter, and we've also done the traps. And today we're going to be doing a similar thing for the slime blower. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to design the slime blower to look like something the cartoon would have used. So when they made the real Ghostbuster cartoon, they didn't just take the proton pack from the film and throw it on the cartoon characters. They did a redesign of the proton pack. As you can see in these little photos here, you can see all these, even the toys. So it is not one-to-one the same exact pack from the movie. Yes, there are certain similarities, like the cyclotron. It has one, except for they only added 3 windows here, and it has a bumper. So there's like certain aspects of it they kept. The ion arm's a little different, and all this stuff is just basically all custom. All the stuff in the middle, it doesn't exist. But if you use a glance at it, you go, yeah, that's a proton pack. Same thing with the PKE meter and the trap. None of this equipment looks like it did in the movie. But if you look at it, you get what it is, right? I want to do something real similar for the slime blower. I want you to be able to look at it and go, yeah, that's a slime blower, but not have it match one-to-one to the movie. And I know I'm not the first person to make a slime blower for a Kenner figure. That has been done lots of times before. And but what most people do is they just take the one from the movie and they just make it where it fits onto a Kenner figure. So the Kenner figure is just wearing the one from the movie. I want to do a redesign of this, okay? And as I started doing the research for this, I realized that Kenner already did it for us. Kenner redesigned the slime blower, and they called it the what was it called? The Ecto Charger, I believe. Slime blower pack. I think it was called the Ecto Charger. I don't think it was called a slime blower. I remember this coming out, and I didn't get one of these as a kid. The Christmas that year, I did get the Ecto 1A, but I did not get one of these. And these were the kind of play sets and accessories I didn't get as a kid. Like, I didn't get the proton pack either when it came out. Like, these were things that my parents just did not purchase for me. I did get the Ecto 1 and the Firehouse and things like that and the figures, but for some reason the play sets, my parents were just like, nah. Maybe they were too expensive at the time. I don't know. So we're going to be making a slime blower, and I feel like we could probably just kind of get away with kind of doing the same thing that Kenner did here. Not really needing to redesign a whole lot. We'll just basically make one of these. We'll bring out some details better. But I think that will be a good add-on to our deluxe collection. And more on that, if you're interested in having your own, we've started an online store with some of the stuff that we've made over the years on the show on here that you can purchase now. So if you want to get a deluxe proton pack or the Ecto 1 real Ghostbuster kit, anything like that you can get on here. Now, right now, these are all like just model kits, so these would be 3D printed parts. And in the future, we'll have painted ones ready to go. So if you don't have painting skills or whatever, you can just buy them pre-painted. But for now, these will be just 3D printed parts that will be made and sent out to you. And it comes with the nylon string and everything, so you can put it together. So let's get started on this 3D modeling. Alright, so starting out, we are going to start out in this project where we built the deluxe proton pack, so we can keep the scale to size. We don't want to make it much bigger than the original pack, except for where it sits on the figure. And we also want to make sure that in our deluxe packs we have, let me open that peg. Okay, we have these pegs. Let me paste that in here. We have these pegs, basically because when I was designing these, the first time someone wrote me and asked me to make one that fit the Hasbro figures. So if you don't know, Hasbro re-released the Kenner figures, but the connections between the pack and the body are different. So if you have a Kenner pack, it will not fit on a Hasbro figure, and the Hasbro packs don't fit on the Kenner figures, right? So basically, we made it where these connecting points can be removed. That way, you know, like later we'll have the basically connection for the Hasbro one. So basically, these deluxe packs will fit for Hasbro instead of having these as one piece where they're not interchangeable. So we want our slime blower to, you know, work with that peg. So we're going to keep those in the project, and we're going to start here. So yeah, so let's look back at our pack here. Where's that slime blower? You know what? Maybe I should save this and bring this into the project. Hold on. Let's see. Save that image. Let's just do a new folder. Okay. Slime blower. I don't want to save that in there. Excuse me. Got a bit of a cough today. Alright, so let's just go into our this view, and we're going to drop in this image into the background. Whew, goodness. I started way too early today. Alright, let's just scale it down. We'll scale it down to match the size of this deluxe pack here. Hold on. I guess the width from side to side should probably be about the same. Or the height, maybe. I don't want it like too much bigger. Let's fix the rotation. The rotation is a little off. Looks better. And the height, that doesn't really matter, but I think it could go to the left a little bit, and then I think we're good. I think that looks about fine. And I think the scale's good too. It's a little bit bulkier than the Kenner pack, which is, I think, what's supposed to be. And I think that's going to work fine for us at that scale. I think it's going to look good. Now, I don't know what I'm going to actually do with the slime blower itself. I'm not going to do this. I don't know what this is supposed to be. This looks like, it looks like a Nerf toy that they just recycled, and they were like, we got a bunch of these Nerf guns, and so we're just gonna put a wire on it, stick it on this thing, and say it's a slime blower. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Okay, so let's turn our pack off now. And we have our mounting peg in here, and that looks pretty center. That looks where it needs to go. And let's go ahead and start roughing this out. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with this main tube, which we can use a capsule, obviously. We'll scale it down. Let's put it over here, kind of where it's going to live. And this stuff's pretty easy to adjust. You just need to move these little dots. So we'll just get it to the right height. And there we go. Look at that. Goodness, this cough killing me. Alright, so now that that's in place, I think all this stuff's going to need like a backboard. I can't tell. This one, I don't know if it does, but I feel like there's going to have to be some kind of motherboard, you know, kind of like on the pack we had the motherboard that everything mounts to. I feel like we're going to need that here. Probably on the prop itself, it's probably just one big chunk, right? Yeah, so it's just probably this tube. And probably some kind of Alice pack type thing, right? I've never owned one of these. And I do, oh, here we go. So yeah, it's like an Alice pack kind of thing. And everything's connected to it. That makes sense. That's what I was thinking. So, I think for ours, I'm just going to do, I think I'm just going to do like a cube. Hold on. Maybe just, I think I'll just do a cube that kind of fits in there, and everything will be kind of connected to it. I'm sorry for this cough today. I don't know what's going on. It's hard for me to talk. I have to keep clearing my throat. Here we go. Because I need something that this can connect to, you know? And I think this will be the best way to do it. If somebody just great. I'm going to take it up a little higher. Okay. So let's copy that capsule, and we are going to resize it for these little ones. There's a couple little capsules over on the side. Yeah, that looks right, except for wouldn't this be thicker? Like that. That looks goofy. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't think I like that. Definitely like this thing thinner. I think just having it like that and having everything sit on top might be fine. Alright, so now we have a little bit more of the shape figured out. I decided just to kind of put kind of this cube back here to kind of hold these side tubes in since there's a gap. I thought about just sizing these side tubes up so they actually touch this tube so it's all one big piece, which I could do, but the actual toy actually does have like a gap filler, kind of filler piece. So I just figured I'd just copy that. So I have the base tubes in, and they're all to scale, I believe. Check this out. Yeah. So yeah, these are all in here generally to scale. So I got that in, and I put a back plate in here, so the mounting plug will have something to lock into. And we'll come back and add some detail into here later because it's not going to be seen, but we'll add some like side detailing in on this just to kind of make it not boring. So now we're at the point we can add some details in. We need to put a socket so the cable, the nylon string has somewhere to go. And we need to put some, obviously some details here. We got some gearboxes with some screws, and some tubes and wires and all different kinds of stuff. I don't know if I'm going to actually do this thing, this place where the sticker goes. I mean, what I could do, I think I don't know. I was almost about to say, I think maybe I'd put, you know how like on the Kenner ones, like the actual Kenner proton packs, on the wand there's like a little Ghostbuster logo, like a little symbol on it. I would do something like embedded into it, instead of doing something like a little mini sticker that I have to stick on here every time. So I might do something with this Ghostbusters logo, but I guess it have to be Ghostbusters 2. It wouldn't make sense if it was just a Ghostbuster logo. And these little knobs here, I don't think those will be added. I think I'm going to add something that looks more like this, like a nut, like almost like a socket, almost like somewhere you would like fill it, or just nothing, because these are obviously just for the straps to connect to. That's what your strap connect to. Don't know if I'm going to do that. I'll probably put some kind of plug at the bottom. So, and another thing I noticed, the kids one doesn't have, doesn't the slime blower have lights? Yeah, these lights on the top. I could add those, or something like that, onto the side tubes. So there's something up here. But, nah, you know what? Let's just keep it the way Kenner did it. And let's add some of these details in. So, here we go. Okay. Let's do this one first. This one seems simple. It's just a little box. It's going to have a window in it, 3 dots, and then a wire that runs down. Alright, so we have this thing pretty much built out as far as the details go. We got the detail, more detail on this side. That's kind of how this was, yeah. So this is all the base detail that the actual Kenner toy had. I might add some extra stuff. I definitely was thinking somewhere back here I wanted to add something so it's just not blank. I don't know if you'll see that, but I'd like to put something back there, some wires at least, you know. And I feel like I need something more here. I might do a wire coming out of here and going down this and then going in there, so at least there's like one more little detail. Or maybe I'll put a ring up here or something. Like, it just needs a little more detail on that side, but other than that, I think this is good. Now the question goes into, how are we going to do the wand or the slime blower itself? Because I'm not going to be making that thing. Like, that looks like some disgusting Nerf gun, and not feeling the look of that. So that's not it either. And plus, I need it to hook onto the figure's arm. So here is my my take on the actual slime blower wand. Like I said, I want it to kind of match. I want it to kind of look like the movie one, but kind of its own thing. And then also I put the classic Kenner proton pack mounts for the arm in there, so the character's arm can slide in there. We have a hole in the back for the cord to be glued in. Yeah, so I think this is pretty good. I mean, it's close to the movie one, but not exact. And then I added some elements from the Kenner pack. I added some cables and wires and stuff in that was in the on the pack. So let's go ahead and collect all of this, and we'll. Oh, we don't need that anymore. Let's collect all that. Group. And then we'll put it in here with this guy. So there it is. Okay. So now we have the wand and the slime blower pack ready to go. We just need to get these things printed and test fit them on a figure. My only worries with this is, so far, is I made the whole thing basically the size of an original proton pack, which worries me a little bit, which means I might have to scale up this whole thing. But I'm not sure yet. So I don't really want it to be a hulking, gigantic thing on the toy's back, but I do want it to look, you know, big enough. But we'll see what it looks like, you know. We'll go from here. Time to let's just take it over to the printer and see. Sweet. Okay. Didn't quite get to the printer yet, but I wanted to kind of show these all together because I did do some resizing and some shaping, because the pack, the slime blower actually looked a little too small. Here's the deluxe proton pack there, and you can see the scale of it. Now it looks pretty good. It was like, actually, it originally fit inside this, and I was like, that thing's gonna be tiny. And I did want it to stick up behind the figure's head a little bit, so I moved the mounting plate down so this bigger tank will stick up behind the head. So now I think we can take it over to the printer and print it. And yeah, I'm liking the look of everything, and I think that is it.
Okay, so now we got the parts off the printer and we've cleaned them up. I got 2 sets here because what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and start prepping these and painting these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one that I'm going to paint to just look like the Kenner playset, which is all purple, and then it has a Ghostbuster 2 logo right here. And the other one I'm going to paint kind of like the cartoon. This was actually never in the cartoon, so I don't know what colors they would have did it. I know they probably wouldn't have did it the colors they are in the movie, because none of the other props that are actually in the cartoon match the movie. So I'll probably just do it. I'll probably do the one that's more painted, probably just do the standard blue, and then come back and add some grays and some other colors in here. Kind of match the color from the packs. So I'm going to go ahead and just start with the Kenner style one first, because I don't have to paint it. It's already purple. I'm just going to be putting a water slide on it and connecting the slime blower with some of the nylon string. And then the second part of the video, we'll start airbrushing this and getting it ready. For first thing, I'm wondering if I should go ahead and glue these in, or if I should do that after I paint. Well, I guess for this one, since I'm not painting it technically, I can go ahead and just go ahead and glue it in. So I'm actually just going to use a little resin. Hold on here. Take a little resin. I would normally do this with just super glue. But I actually don't have any super glue in my office right now, so I'm just going to use some resin and glue it on. So I'm just going to take it and put a little resin on this side. Right there, just put a little, just dipped it in a little resin. And I'll just go ahead and push that on in here. There we go. You see some of the resin kind of squeeze out. That's fine. And I'm just going to hit this with a curing light. And just let that cure. Now, if when I get these kits up on the store, I always specify in these kits, these are model kits. You know, they don't come ready to go right now. So they will come in different colors of plastic. And these ones I printed in purple. But if I start mass producing these and I start getting a lot of orders, they probably won't all be purple. You might get them and it might be like clear, or it could be blue. So I printed a lot of stuff in all different colors. Depending on what I have available. Some of it is like light green. So if you want to do this Kenner style, you'll probably, if it doesn't come purple, you'll have to paint it purple. I will try to make the first batch all purple, but you know, depending on what. I know I bought a big shipment of resins, and it's all kind of primer gray, so more likely it'll come to you primer gray, and then you'll have to airbrush it yourself or just paint it yourself however you want. That feels like that is on there. Okay, it's probably good enough. So let's get this stuff back out of the way. I got a whole bunch of these wands and a whole bunch of packs still kind of available in different colors. So if anybody wants these deluxe packs, just go over to Tommy Toys and see how many are available. We just sold a whole bunch of them and kind of ran out of inventory. Also, the little green guys here, we just sold out of these, but I'm in the process of making a whole new batch of these things. So if you didn't get a set of these on the first run, just continue to go back to the website and check the stock, because I will be updating the stock week to week as I get it made. I was not wanting to like go on there and put a whole bunch of stock that I didn't have made already, because I got worried that I'd get like hundreds of orders and then I wouldn't be able to keep up with the demand. So I'm doing everything in runs of 10. So I'll put up 10, wait until they sell out. I'll make another 10, wait until they sell out, and so and so. So if it says it's sold out, just check back in a week or two, and I'll keep restocking them as we go. Okay, so that is on there nice and well. Let's put this other one to the side. And now we're just going to put in the string here. So, like the classic Kenner, we just use yellow nylon string. You can get this in like rolls. I send these with the kit, so the kit comes with these, but if you want to do a different color or whatever, you can buy rolls of this stuff for fairly cheap. I think this huge roll, which is enough to do about 1 billion of them, was only like $6 or $7. I'm going to stick with yellow because I think the yellow and the purple really gel. Maybe it's because I'm from Los Angeles and these are like Laker colors. I don't know, but they feel right. So all we need to do is we just need to glue that guy up in there and glue another one in here, and we're good to go. But like I said, I don't have glue, not super glue that I would normally use, so I'm just going to use resin. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the tip of this in a little resin, just get it wet. Both tips, get both tips wet. Okay, both tips are wet with resin. Gotta make sure they're not too big. And then I'm just gonna cure these so they get hard. Look at that nylon string. Look at that glow it does. That's very cool. I did not know it glued that much. When you hit it with some UV light. All right, let's see. That is hard. That is hard as super glue. Jeez. Okay, cool deal. All right, let's pour a little resin into a cup here. All right, got a little resin there. So I'm just gonna dip it in, get a little drop of resin on the tip. Put a little drip down there. Come on, go on in. You can do it. Oh man, maybe I should have burned it. Can't get it to go down in the hole now. Oh dear. Let me just make it a little smaller. Now that I've soaked in resin, it's kind of like rock hard, so I can just shave some off there. There we go. Nice. Okay, so let's just cure that. Oh, I don't want to cure my my cup here. So I went ahead and I made some water slides, which I'll show you here in a second when we get to that part. But I went ahead and printed some water slides. If you're thinking of doing this classic Kenner one and you want a Ghostbuster 2 logo, just when you do your order, just put a note in or email the website and just let me know that you want a water slide, and I will I'll cut one out and put in your package so you have the Ghostbuster 2 logo. Let me grab those and let me show you those real quick. So I make these water slides. These are like pretty similar to what you'd get in like a model kit. You know, if you never used a model kit or made a model kit, you basically just dip these in water and they become translucent stickers. I just do these big sheets with all the different logos possible, because sometimes if I'm doing like a Kenner figure, I need these little ones for the shoulders, or if I'm doing any kind of statues, I need the little logos for the patches. I use these little ones and some bigger ones for like Ecto 1s and things like that, depending on what I'm making. For this, we'll use a Ghostbuster 2 logo. Generally, probably that guy right there, where it looks like it's going to fit like the one from the toy. So, yeah, like I said, if you're going to do it like the Kenner toy, let me know and I will print out one of these for you and send you some water slides. And I'll show you how these go on in just a moment. For right now, let's finish gluing these together, and then we'll do the water slide. All right, so I'm just gonna drip this in resin. This actually probably needs a lot more resin in it because there's kind of a big hole in the other end of that, so I can actually just fill it with a lot of resin there. Okay. I think I'm gonna like this one the most, just because it's the most simple one. When I do the deluxe packs, like, they look better painted, like with all the details. If you want make it match, I'm sure they look fine if they're just blue. And I think some people online have downloaded my STL files and made them all blue, and they look pretty cool. But I always like the fully painted ones of those. But I think for this, I'm gonna like just the purple one. Okay, so let's get that out of here for now. And there we go. We got a wand. So now let's just go ahead and put the water slide on. And this one's pretty much done. And we'll put it on Winston, see how it looks on him. And then we'll move on to painting this one. KKK. Alright. So we're back. I went ahead and just quickly cut out a water slide. I did a horrible job of cutting it out because this thing is tiny and I don't have small enough scissors to really like get in here and do it perfectly. This is a pretty small logo to cut out, and it's got a lot of detail. I cut out the Ghostbuster 1 logos a lot at this size, but usually I use like a razor blade or something I can get like really detailed around it. I'm just using these big bulky scissors, so it's not the best job, but this is just for the video. So it will be fine. Okay, so now we just need to put it on the good old pack here. So what I tend to do is I just drop it in some water, and then I use a paintbrush to kind of fish it out and put it on. So let me grab a brush real quick. Here we go. Just an average paintbrush. Let's just plop it in here real quick. Get the back soaked. It's going to sink down into the cup. You don't want to let it sit in here too long. You really just need the backing to get wet. If it sits in here too long, it'll like literally fall apart. So just a little while. Okay, now I'm having trouble getting it out. Okay, that's probably enough time. So now there's a backing on here, and what you want to do is you want to slide the logo off onto the part. Now, if you wet down the part where this is going to go, you can work on adjusting it. So as you can see, I use my brush and I just push it off the back there. And just keep pushing it. And then we can just go ahead and remove the backing. And then as long as this is wet, you can adjust it. And you're just brushing it smooth to get it where you want it. Fine. And once this is in here and the water dries, you can seal this with something like a clear resin or something, or some what do I got? Some kind of a clear sealer, like a something like this, some kind of like matte finish that you can spray and it will seal and like kind of lock that on. I have had these in the past. When they dry and they get old, after a while sitting on a shelf, they'll start curling and fall off. So it's good to just seal it with something. But okay. So there it is. There's the base one. That will dry. I'll set this outside and let it dry, and that will be on there. And then we can get on to painting this guy. Okay, we got one all painted up and ready to go. So you see we added the Ghostbuster 2 logo there, just like the original toy. We have the wand here with its detail. After painting it, the detail kind of comes out much better than it was when it was just printed. I had said earlier that I was going to print a second one of these that would be fully colored. But I had a lot of orders come in, and I'm not going to have time to do that for this video. So the second one is just going to be mailed out to one of the people who ordered some of these off TommyToys.com. So that one will get sent out, and then this one will go ahead and get sent out to the same person. You can see here we're also finishing up all the Micro Machine Ectos. These ones still need the wheels put on, but we're getting those out. So everyone who ordered the Micro Machine Ectos, we got a line of them here ready to go out. So let's take a look at what this looks like on a figure. So here it is on Winston. As we all know, Winston and Ray are the only ones that really wore slime blowers. It doesn't really matter for the cartoon. Anyone could wear them, but here's what it looks like on him. It's pretty cool. Kept that classic purple and yellow there. I don't know, let's see if I can get close to this and can't get focused on it, but yeah. All that detail looks really good once it got painted. I also coated this with some matte sealer, which helps out. Yeah, looks really cool. I have a small run of these, like I said, on TommyToys.com. If you want to purchase a couple of these for your figures, they're going to be available for a short time. Depending on how much effort it is to print multiple copies of this, I might be restocking and I might not. So you better get over there now and get what we have available. Oop, airbrush. Anyways, that's it for today. We did the slime blower, and we'll have more videos coming up. We're going to be doing we are going to be doing a Ecto 1A version of this micro machine coming up in the next show. So we're going to take this one and kind of remodel it for an Ecto 1A, add some different paint schemes. But yeah, anyways, till next time.